If you have no confidence in self, you are twice defeated in the race of life. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So what are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? A little bit more sideways action. At least it's to the green this time. I think we were up 0.41, 0.45, sitting there at that 0.5%. It seems like we continue to keep bouncing here between 3,400, 3,500 in this range, trying to determine what's going to happen next, right? I keep saying this. I keep being out here. I've been making that big push, right? So I've been out here bringing those daily videos. No change in the Bitcoin price. Stability? I don't know. I don't think so. We should be taking a swing in one way or the other. Just which direction it is, I can't necessarily tell at this time. A lot of indicators. It seems like as you can see by the video title, we got a torch being lit. So I see that to the positive side. We see a potential black swan event. Talked about crypto zombie that could be leading to the downside. Which one's it going to end up being? I don't know yet, but I'm going to stay tuned and try to continue to bring you the news about this. And you know who else is? Samantha over there in the chat.
Good morning, everyone.
So how are you today, Samantha?
I'm great.
You're great.
Yes, 2 days in a row, great.
That's amazing. I haven't heard you this peppy in a little while.
Right? It's getting close. I'm really happy about Forbidden Kingdom.
We'll hold off on that just a little bit. We'll talk about it when we got the screen share. I got a couple things to show on it to try to maybe excite the crowd a bit. So, Samantha, would you mind pulling up that Coin Paprika so we can take a look at these markets together and see what we got going on in the cryptocurrency space? Maybe somebody's making some gains. I think I seen that Litecoin was up like 9% for the week. So that's always a plus, right? I like to see my Litecoin gaining some value. Potential stuff happening. I think we're supposed to be getting closer and closer to that Litecoin happening, right? Okay, let's see. What do we got here? We got that BTC dominance coming in at 53.36, so no slippage there. We got the market cap up 0.21. Like I said, no real big changes, but at least it's to the green side. We got BTC coming in at $3,457. That's up 0.41% and up 0.52 for the week. No loss, right? I'm not gonna. At least something. I'm not gonna complain. That's for sure. We got XRP breaking to the downside, 29.8 cents. That's a 0.84 loss. That's only up 2.3% for the week. We got Ethereum, $107. Sideways action with a 0.14 loss, up 1.45 for the week. We got EOS, your favorite coin, right, Samantha?
Oh, yeah, sir.
$2.38, down a little over 0.5%, up 4.36 on the week, though. Bitcoin Cash, $117, down 1.13%. Up 4.98. There we go. There's that Litecoin, $34.04.
Yay, green.
Up almost 0.75% at 0.72. And look at that, 9.12% gains for the week. Tether coming in at $1. We got Tron at 2.6 cents. That's down 1.16% and down 2.5% for the week. We got Stellar Lumas. Let's see how we're doing now. 7.8 cents. Ouch. Down another 4.3%. Down 6.8% for the week.
Ooh.
Not amazing there.
Not really.
Bitcoin Satoshi's Vision, $61.94. Down 1.79. So getting closer to that 2% mark. Down 4.17 for the week. And what is that? Slowly creeping up on the list there. You know, maybe we should be picking up some of these finance tokens. I'm not giving financial advice. Don't come shoot the messenger. But look at that moving up there. BNB, $7.15. But we have seen this as high as 15 and up.
Ooh, and it's 15.4 for
for the week.
Yep.
I think that's probably based on the news of them accepting credit cards. I was fairly excited about it. I think that it was one of those. Every now and again, we are seeing some positive news in the market, be able to start swaying a few of these altcoins to the upside because the news is just really that good. You know, Binance accepting credit cards and debit cards.
That is a big deal.
It is a big deal. That is a possible Coinbase threat for the next round of adopters.
All right, where's Steam at?
I didn't actually look today. Let's see if we can slide down this list here. We were looking at it in the 40s yesterday. 51. And 51, slipping backwards. 57.5 cents, down 4.8% in the 24 hours, down 5.37 on the week. How do you think our Steam back dollar is doing?
Not a dollar.
Really? You don't think that these altcoins are at value right now? You don't think that this technology is being appreciated?
Nope. Ooh, I was right. Not $1.
85.1 cents. That's down 5.09. We're only down 1.19% for the week, though.
It's not horrible.
All right. So we're not for profit out here at Bitcoin and Coffee, right? None of this money goes to fatten our pockets. None of this money goes to buy Samantha sushi. None of this money goes out to fix up my motorcycle and get me a nice expensive gear. All of this money goes right back into the channel, right? Spreading Bitcoin awareness, trying to go ahead and educate people who don't know, exactly the ins and outs of Bitcoin, especially when you first get started in this space. It is hard to understand some of this stuff. I mean, for example, yesterday alone in Adam Meister's chat, there was some guy who was talking about he wanted to purchase Lightning Network Bitcoins. I mean, when you've been in the space here for a while and you understand that Lightning Network is a second-tier solution and that they are the same exact Bitcoin, there is no difference between them. It's pretty much that you're locking them up in a state between transactions and taking them to a second-tier solution. But then he goes on to continue to say that he thought that Litecoin at Coinbase was Lightning Network Bitcoins. So I tried to direct him over towards our channel. So if you're out there in the chat, I'm not trying to make fun of you in any way. I'm just trying to point out a common example that happens to a lot of people that are new in the space. There's a lot of misconceptions. There's a lot of words and terms that aren't easily figured out. They're not like you look at it and you understand what it is. Like I abbreviate people, PPL. You look at it and you understand, oh, that's people, right? Some of this stuff isn't quite that simple.
I mean, that's why, a lot of us don't like Bitcoin Cash and things because they make it even more confusing. All of this is confusing when you first get in. It really is. I mean, ticker symbols, everything under the sun is confusing.
And money and your finances, I mean, they should be simple. They should be basic. I don't know how to say this, but there are slower people. I mean, I have a brother who's challenged, and he needs to be able to understand the money as well. He has to be able to go out and take care of himself as a man in his 30s who's disabled. So, you can't have all of this confusion involved with money, or else it's going to detour the adoption of the situation. So, of course, I'm out here trying to help. I'm out here trying to put my best foot forward. I'm out here trying to give the better part of myself to this community because I think that there's a revolution here. I think that this is how we're going to make society better. So I've been trying to find as many avenues and facets as I possibly can to be able to help. First, I came up with a free help desk, right? It's at eugeneforrest20@gmail.com. Besides that, you can hit me up on the Twitter, right? And that's linked down to below. Next, I came up with the next thing, which was this YouTube channel, so that you guys can know who you're talking to, right? Understand what are my thoughts and opinions are and how long I've been in the space, and that I'm not a fly-by-nighter, right? Then I've gone a step further, and I've included my wife here on the show to be able to sit on the sidelines and bring you guys into the conversation so that I can answer your questions live on air. And then together we've come up with the idea of being able to actually get out there and put feet on the ground and spread Bitcoin awareness through this grassroots movements that we're calling Viva La Bitcoin. We're getting out there. We're passing out flyers to everybody with the embedded QR codes that are needed to be able to get started in Bitcoin. We're turning them on to currently Coinbase. We're looking to switch that up. Andreas Antonopoulos, Wikipedia, and a Samurai wallet. I mean, what more do you really need to get started in Bitcoin to start heading you down the avenue of taking part in this revolution and understanding what Bitcoin really is and how it's going to change what money is? All right. I got to say thank you to everybody who went ahead and donated to our Tally Fund to help make it happen. Of course, as you can see here, we're getting closer and closer to the Forbidden Kingdom, which is our next event where we're going to be passing out Bitcoin flyers, bringing awareness to these millennials that are out there having a good time. We've done it once before at the Electric Daisy Carnival in Orlando. Went over amazing. We had a great time. We passed out over 400 flyers. We're out there, and we're going to be looking to do it again. As we move on a little bit, you guys know I like, as we're getting closer and closer and we're not raising money, I like to show you just a little bit more of what we're going on. This is who I'm looking forward to go see there at Forbidden Kingdom. I want to go see Zomboy. I think it's going to be a great event. Samantha got her space spandex pants yesterday in the mail.
I know that all of that sounds horrible, but I swear to you, it's not as bad as you think.
It's going to go along with her Bitcoin shirt that Paul Rouleau graciously bought us.
Yes. I know I need to get more, but right now he is my one special Bitcoin shirt. They take very good care of him.
So I'm really excited. I can't wait to get off to this event. I mean, I've been following them on Facebook and Twitter and everywhere else. I've been communicating with the groups out there. Let's go ahead and stop this screen share. We're not begging for money today.
I do. I hope it goes over even better than ADC, because I was scared. Like, so this time around, I don't know. I'm more excited than I am scared, which is awesome because it's a better feeling.
All right, let me come back out here and put my adoring face on the camera so you guys can see me, I guess. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but maybe if my words can reach out here into the internet world and maybe help somebody from losing some Bitcoin, or maybe accidentally buying some Bitcoin Cash instead of Bitcoin because of misconfusion, or for taking in some Ponzi because there's a ticker that's slowly kicking away telling you about how you're going to make 386% return of investment.
Ooh.
Bitcoin hacks. Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
So what do we got going on over there in the chat? Who's joining us today for a conversation? As I've been trying to tell you guys, please go ahead, comment in the chat, even just say good morning. Let us know that you're here so Samantha can know that she's not out here alone. Also, we're making a big push, so you got to hit that thumbs up button. It's what lets, the rest of the YouTube community know that we're out here giving some pretty good content, that we're not out here just, talking to talk, that we're out here actually trying to do a little bit of something. Even though it may not be much, it's part of the revolution, right?
All right. So, Toon is here. Like, this was before, because, yes, Toon was here, but now she has to go because there's a meeting she has to be at the same time as our show. So, we completely understand.
Thank you for joining us, Toon. I know that you're always there in the chat when we're going and you can join us. It's great. It's amazing. I love our dedicated fans that come out here on a daily basis to join us.
We got Andy Anderson. We have I Am For I Am. We have Bitcoin Crypto News Education saying good morning, Bitcoiners.
Good
Andy
morning.
Anderson is in the chat. And Paul Rula gave us a $5 super chat.
Oh,
Viva la Bitcoin.
Viva la Bitcoin, Paul. It's a great day. I'm excited. It does look like the Bitcoin market is starting to consolidate into a situation where we're going to have to break out one direction or the other, right? We can't just keep moving sideways like we are. I mean, we have seen before when we were up around the 6,000 that we could move sideways for quite a while, a lot more than usually predicted in the Bitcoin space. We could see that trend continue for a bit, but that's okay with me too. But at the, far side of this, we got to break out, right? Pretty much. I got some news. We'll talk about that, but let's just talk about what I kind of see in the Bitcoin space right now. We had Crypto Zombie out there the other day, right? And it's the same exact news event that everybody keeps talking about. I'm really sick and tired of hearing about it already. I've said from the beginning that I think that it's a scam, that there's a scam involved.
Oh, yeah, it's super shady.
But this quadratic CX and the guy dying in the India and all that garbage, right? He said that there's a potential Black Swan event leading into, and you can read along. I followed through some of the articles on this. I mean, there is some correlation. This is a tin hat theory, but that it's also tied to this Capital Group, and they're also tied to this other firm, and Bitfinex was part of it, and these other groups are also looking to be insolvent, and that Bitfinex has all of these complaints on Reddit about them being insolvent. So ultimately, where does that leave Bitfinex? Where does that leave Tether?
Yes, the giant spider web conspiracy theory.
And here we are at the bottom of a bear market, and we've seen what happened last time with Mt. Gox. So, I mean, we also seen that Tether propped up the price of Bitcoin from the higher ranges of 14 or 15,000 up to the 19,000 highs. You see where I'm going with this? That there is a potential for a bomb to explode here in Bitcoin if this Black Swan happened to be true, that if there were some masters of market out there manipulating the potential cryptocurrencies that they've created and injected in the market, playing this long game of fractional reserves and creating other companies to help bring in more
giant Ponzi-ness,
exit scamming through. And then here we are leading into the first news story. We have a Bitcoin lightning torch being passed out there trying to, I mean, when I read this article, I felt slightly inspired. I thought that this was a lot more of a situation of I just started thinking of the Olympics.
Yes. And I started thinking of letter chains, but same, yes.
And in the beginning, how, you know, they made a big deal of the torch running to light the Olympics, you know, to start it off.
Oh yeah, the
to kick
ceremony
it.
used to be huge.
So here we are, and let me explain into this if you guys haven't seen it, which wouldn't surprise me because, I mean, this has been going on for a couple days. I hadn't heard of it. I just came across this article this morning, but I find this much more exciting than that quadratic CX. But when I type in cryptocurrency news and Bitcoin news this morning, I think I see 9 different articles on this.
Yeah, some different spin of the same exact thing.
So to me, this is just, it's pumping the FUD into the market to try to pump the price down.
Yep, that's what JT Irby, he is here. He says good morning,
JT,
and he
man.
says FUD.
That's great minds think alike, right? All right, so here we are, this Bitcoin Lightning Torch. We have, it's like a chain letter situation. We're taking 10,000 Satoshis, which is about 34 cents at current price, and we're adding it together and passing it along in a chain letter effect to show, you know, that Lightning Network works, that it's out there, the number of channels, the progression of it, how it's not just, you know, us buying stickers and playing little 1 Satoshi games on it. And they're calling it the LN Trust Chain. You can find this hashtag out there on Twitter. And it was started by the ringleader Hodlnut, is what I have here. I thought his little symbol was kind of cool. He has a cat and an astronaut outfit. We've heard of him
with a little Bitcoin on his shoulder. Yeah, it's cool.
And I mean, I have that this started January 19th with 100,000 Satoshis in it. And that he just wanted to start this off as, let's see how it works. You know, he thought that maybe it was going to make 4 or 5 hops out there. And here we are looking at 139 people have participated in the hops, and it's been through 20 or 37 different countries.
That's now, pretty impressive.
That's impressive. That shows that this Lightning Network, the second tier solution on Bitcoin, the answer of all the answers, is out there and it's working. And here we are a year later. Now, ultimately, there's going to be a cap on this, right? There's going to be a point because of the way the Lightning channels top out and all of this. So at the end of all of this, it's supposed to be going to a nonprofit organization. Kudos there, right?
Yep.
That's good publicity.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we have a little bit of downside, and we got a little bit, of course, Bitcoin high school drama makes its way into the situation, right?
Gotta have a douchebag in it always.
We got Edward, or he goes by on the Twitter handle, EdwardBT_BTC. He stole it. Halfway through all of this, he was one of the recipients of the LN
torch.
Trust Chain. Yeah, he got the torch, he stole it, and he said, because I can, because this is Bitcoin.
Because it's trustless, because I don't have to do nothing that you don't want me. You know, I mean, all of the crappy donkiness of it.
He got some complaints, people threatened him. Supposedly he claimed he got a death threat. He said that he was going to send it on. He was just proving a point. But before he was capable of sending it on,
Klaus.
Klaus Lovegreen, I guess is what this is. They created a new torch.
Kept it going.
So now, to me, that shows a step further that the community wants this.
Yes.
You know, a runner fell down, and another runner came and picked up the torch. So here we are, all of us striving for the goal of making a better Bitcoin with solutions that are going to make the world a better place.
I mean, I don't know. I find it inspiring. I like the idea of, I mean, everybody and their mother has started touching this torch in some way and passing it on. And that's really cool.
I mean, now I wish I had a Lightning node, or else I'd be trying to start up a rally on Bitcoin or on Twitter saying, pass me the torch. I want in on this.
Yes. I mean,
because this is history book stuff.
Oh, yeah. There's famous, I mean, what? There's, oh, crap. I forgot the other dude's name. It was Andreas Antonopoulos.
Yep, Andreas Antonopoulos was passed the torch.
Somebody else, and there was like three famous ones in there. I don't remember the other two at all. But yes, like, I mean, at this point, now I want to see how it goes, like how long it goes. It's just like that concept of like the stamps on the money and literally getting to see it, or like when you put the, you know, bottle in the ocean type deal, and when you get it back, like everybody likes to see where their stuff goes to begin with, but then like there's a purpose to this. It's a lot more than just that novelty of, ooh, how many countries and how many jumps and hops is it going to do?
I mean, I think that, you know how we were talking about that there's a limit on this. I didn't actually write it down. I was looking here. I had, was it $150? I don't remember, Samantha.
Yes, it was 150 is the top out.
It's not necessarily about the amount. Like, you could continue this even longer. Like, you could drop down to 1,000. You could drop down to 500. You could drop down to just adding a few Satoshis.
Yeah, like
to try 15 to see how
Satoshis,
long you could continue this. I mean, just because it started off at, what did I say I have here? 100,000 Satoshis, and that 10,000 Satoshis are being added per hop.
Yeah, which is only like 34 cents. I mean, it's not even a lot to begin, but you could literally throw a half a penny on this thing and keep it going for like ever. Yeah.
So, you know, as we consolidate, as we move sideways here, we got two developments. You know, we have Lightning Network starting a torch running to show us the ceremony of how Bitcoin is about to evolve and take off, right? And then on the other hand, we have the potential sighting. You know, as the Titanic, you know, we see an iceberg potentially. How big is this below the water? You know, what is the real situation here? How many of these exchanges are insolvent? I mean, proof of keys was great, but how many people really participated? I mean, we heard that a few people were able to get their coins off Cryptopia and this quadratic CX because of proof of keys. But we're talking about we need like 85, 75% participation in the community to really find out how many of these low-level exchanges are really liquid and not practicing these fractional reserves. Leading into the next story, I like how this is all just rolling along here. Is there anything in that chat that we should talk about, Samantha?
We got, ooh, hi there, Kalidas. We got Josh here. Bitcoin Crypto News Education says, my personal feelings is that since it's new, it will push towards the bull run, largely due to regulation, adoption, and ATM expansion. And JT Irby says, if those conspiracies had legs, the CBOE wouldn't be resubmitting their ETF application. I don't know. I don't see nothing that you should be honking at, buddy.
He's gonna mess up the show.
I know, the bird with the air horn. And Paul Rouleau says, a year later, I'm back where I started, Bitcoin and Litecoin. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's the sad. It's the good and bad part of a bear.
You get the hype.
Yeah.
You get the hype of the technology and the possibilities, and then, you know, if the money is not there to support it, you see yourself coming back to some fundamentals. All right, so like I said, exchanges, liquidity. We got Blockstream development has new tools. They developed them for the Lightning Network, but they're open source and they're releasing them to the market to be able to go ahead and have proof of reserve. So you can prove these exchanges using these new tools can prove that they have BTC without spending it or jeopardizing it or anything like that. And it's just not going to stop it.
Right? Why would you, man?
And so they went on to continue to talk about in the article how there's not a set standards in the space, that everybody kind of has their own different mechanism for trying to determine, you know, if they do have the reserves that they talk about.
Yeah.
So now these people, or us pretty much, right, getting invested into all these different exchanges, have to go out there and figure out and understand what their reserve mechanism is and how you go about validating it and checking it. And with this, we would have a
unified, yes, like
a unified standard across the exchanges. I'm sorry, he's throwing me off.
JT Irby says, what is that? Did you guys get a new animal? I've been away too long. Is that a Canadian goose? And Paul Rouleau says, honk if you love Bitcoin. I don't know what that is.
It is our peacock Kalidas, and it is mating season, and we do not have a female.
We are getting one, like, real soon.
Mess up the show, though.
I don't know. Try to maybe throw him. No? I don't even know.
I'm sorry, you guys.
That's only one of his 5 very loud noises. Oh, buddy. Okay, continue.
Well, I only have one more news story to talk
That's
about.
kind of good. Poor little guy. Okay, go.
So as we're looking at the BTT token here, right? I mean, we've seen a bunch of articles on this one. Everyone's kind of astounded. It's hard to make some money right now in this bear market. How in the world did they go out there and pretty much almost 6x?
I know.
ICO? I mean, we had a lot of talk about the ICO when it came out. There was problems how it ran on Binance and Tron. Like pretty much nobody could really get in. It sold out in 13 minutes on one, 14 minutes in another. And then we had Binance coming out and saying that it would have been only 8 minutes if they didn't run into technical problems. So
I know, right? Like, really?
Another one of those situations of fair distribution coming into question when the creation of these ICOs and tokens. So I went ahead, looked them up this morning. They are ranked 1,765.
Ooh.
So that kind of definitely tells me why we're seeing a situation of how they can 6x when you're definitely down there below the 1,500 mark. Oh, no, wait, better yet, below the 1,750 mark. Yeah, I mean, you can play penny stocks too, right?
Of course you can, yeah.
So we got a 24-hour volume of $64 million, or $640 million.
Yeah.
That's like the number 6 spot for volume in the last 24 hours. So this is a hot item right now for traders to be trading. And the number 1 exchange we're seeing this at is Upbits.
I have no clue.
It's another Korean exchange. I think it's not one that I use or have an account on. And I mean, it's only been a week.
That is ridiculous. And these are also, isn't it that all the people that couldn't get in and do all their crap, they're gonna like be airdropping them like the teeniest, tiniest little bit of sorry about your luck consolation prize.
Coin market cap doesn't have a market cap on this coin. The article I came across is giving them a $545 million market cap.
Okay.
So it's still a situation of, how many coins are there in existence. We're looking at them being up 65% today. The price is coming in at 0.0012 of a cent, so under a tenth of a penny.
It's a nice price right there. Oh, my dear Lord, Cletus. All right. So JT Irby says it sounds like one of those 1930s car horns. He does. He does. He also has like a really loud meowness that he does. It's horrible. You'll hear that, I'm sure. I am says honk. Josh says they aren't counting the massive holdings by the companies. I'm assuming it was your BNB. Because it wasn't that long ago. Man, you are distracting, Bird. Oh. Oh. I am 4am says, if you hodl honk. I know.
I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I feel really bad.
Oh, I know.
I was all pumped about doing this episode too. I was like, yes, for once I actually have a real thought and opinion here. And we got news in both directions. And then I got to have my peacock people do the whole thing.
I am 4am says Bitfinex is having withdrawal problems per Reddit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah,
that's the other side of this black swan potential event. That's why I'm saying
the spider web.
Is this the tip of the iceberg? Are we seeing something here with this quadratic CX that is going to lead us into that? It's a small group of exchanges that are all illiquid, and they're kind of partnered with Bitfinex.
Right. Everybody's been lying to us. Like, yes, it's like, oh wow, so like 5 of you have just literally been lying.
That they all started practicing fractional reserves last year, and now with the price being down so low, they can't continue to maintain their books. Not enough in when you got a lot going out. And then you can go on and you can continue to see this because of the difference in the price of Bitcoin through exchanges.
Yes.
When you see the price of Bitcoin is higher at a certain exchange, it's because they can't get cash withdrawals. So
Yeah, I
Bitcoin
don't.
becomes a higher demand because then you can get Bitcoin out and put it to any exchange or however you're trying to get back to cash.
Yeah, like I don't know, the arbitrageness, yes, like that stuff.
Yeah, but you have to be careful with that because
it doesn't make
there's an
sense to me.
arbitrage
Yes.
opportunity. There's a reason for why the Bitcoin is worth so much more at the exchange. And I mean, you could really be looking at the potential of it. It's because nothing's getting in or out.
Right. Well, it's because it has problems. It has, yes, of course. They'll always take your money, man.
So sorry to be cutting this short, but if you guys got any questions or comment, please go ahead and pile them in the chat if you can continue through this honking. Besides that, I'll go ahead and run through some end credits and we'll go ahead and wrap up this show. Of course, we will be coming out here Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m.
Yep.
Friday, we'll have those late night evening shows at 5 o'clock. We'll be trying to use the streaming labs, right? Because everybody liked that. I know that only catching that live stream is going to be any good because the upload after is very glitchy. That's why we're only doing it once a week. Please go ahead and hit that notification bell to know that when we're going to be coming out, when we're going to be doing shows. Besides that, check to my Twitter because I've been posting what's going on with the show over at Twitter about when we have episodes, the cancellation of episodes, and when we're planning fun events.
The bird. Andy Anderson asks, anyone messing around with Bitcoin hex? Talk to IM4IM, bro. Oh, and JT Irby says this situation is only making Binance look like king poop. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. And IM4IM says solution equals liquid. Oh, let me just not be able to breathe, apparently. Solution equals liquidity on decentralized exchanges. I mean, that is, all the birds are acting weird. Oh, I love mating season. Awesome. Oh, IM4IM says, yes, free coins, Bitcoin hex. Yep.
Because they're going to take Satoshi's coin. All right, you guys. I really do appreciate you coming out here. And if you guys held all the way through this live stream, thank you for putting up with my birds honking. I'll see if I can't do something tomorrow about it. Maybe give them a treat before the episode.
Right. Try to distract them.
Let's see. What do we got going on, Samantha? We got a big push over the next 60 days, right? We're about a week into this.
Yes, week and a half, yeah.
Please hit that notification bell so that you know when we're going to be coming out live, or you can go ahead and head over to Twitter. We'll be posting everything there. Besides that, hit that thumbs up button. That's one of the best things you can do right about now to help out this channel because that lets people out there know that there's some good content here and that we're not out here just wasting our time, that we're trying to do something to help the Bitcoin community and spread Bitcoin awareness. Besides all of that, we got donational addresses listed down below along with tools, links, and affiliation codes to help you figure out these cryptocurrency markets. Besides all that, you can come over to all the different social media platforms I'm posting to. Follow me over there, give them the thumbs up and like, and sign up on them yourself. It's a great way to be able to collect these alternative cryptocurrencies because, hey, there's a bull run coming and you want as much of it as you can possibly get for free, right? Anything else, Samantha?
We have Josh saying, I regret that I only have but one like to give. I know, right? We love you guys. Note,
you guys go out there. Have a great day. Keep your BTC safe. Sayonara.
Bye, guys.